What's up, everybody? This is Elton Green Jr., another edition of Mentality and Womantality with the lovely, the gorgeous, the intelligent, the wonderful Miss Micah Nicholson. She's going to help me out on this topic. We're talking about, finally, about a relationship topic. We're talking about women who can't find a man. And we watched the video yesterday. They were talking about the staggering number of black women who are educated, great careers, beautiful, have it all together, aside from the fact they don't have a husband. And some of the numbers they went over, one of them was like, they said that 42% of black women have never been married, compared to 20 something percent in Caucasians and Hispanic and the Asians. And they're exploring why was it double the amount of black women that are married. And some other factors, of course, with the dwindling number of black men that's eligible, black men that are in jail, black men who want to be players and whatnot. And they also said another number that 70% of black women are not married, which is another big number that's crazy. But I think a lot of us know that already. So we're going to do a short video and explore why that is. With me, my main thing is that I feel that the problem with the finding is killing me. See, the Bible says that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, not she that findeth a husband. And I think some of the part of it is that these career women that they were talking about in the video, very beautiful women, they had a roundtable discussion of them, and they were like all eligible and great, seemingly. I think some of the problem with black women today is that the same fervor and energy they put in getting getting an education, getting a master's degree, getting doctorates, and having a fulfilling career, they put that in relationships, and they pursue men with that same intensity, and that doesn't work in love. Men don't want to be pursued. We want to pursue you. And that's why the Bible says, he that findeth. I think too many women get that mixed up because they get their preferences mixed in there. They want to find the right guy because of the dream that's been, pretty much told to them since they were little girls. Like, I want a great guy, to ride up in the white horse or the white Porsche or whatever. And, the dream of it in a fairy tale. And sometimes fairy tales don't come in all shapes, in the same shape or fashion that you think it's going to be. So one example, I guess, is us. We weren't exactly our particular types when we first met. And I'll let her tell you about that. So go ahead, Ms. Nicholson.
Okay, well, we do have a nice little age gap between us.
A little bit.
Just a little age gap. So when he first approached me and, he was like, I've been looking for you, can I get your number? I'm like, why are you trying to talk to me? Like, you old. But, but something in me, I don't know what it was, probably I want to call it my intuition, just said, why not go ahead, give him your number. And it turned out to be a pretty good move, I would say.
Of course it was.
And no, I did not picture me being with a man that had so many years on me.
So many, guys. I mean, whatever. Over 10.
But it works. It works for us. And I made a point last night about how women mature way faster than men do. So even though we have a nice age gap between us, we're like on the same maturity level. Like, I don't feel like, he's just way older than me. We really don't even think about age when we're together. We make little jokes and stuff about it sometimes, but it doesn't really affect our relationship. And I think once I got over the whole, because everybody has a dream of, their man and who they plan on being with and that kind of thing. I think once you get over that and you think about the reality of the situation, that's when you can, open up your eyes and see stuff or be aware of other things that are out there. So,
What's the one word you told me that you used when you saw me and I was trying to pitch my little pitch to you? You told me. Would
yeah.
push you over the top that told you, hey, you know what? I'm
Oh,
gonna give him a chance.
intuition. It's in my intuition.
Do you think a lot of women use intuition these days? Black women.
Probably not. They use they're going back on those lists that they got, their dreams of, I want this my prince in shining armor. I want him to make all this money and to just sweep me the off of my feet. And life or love is not a dream. It's not a dream at all. It's reality. It's real. It's hard. So once you get over that, I feel like women can definitely, um, you know, things will come to you.
I think so. So, you know me, I have analogies. I have one analogy that's gonna kind of make it a better illustration for you. I'm from New Orleans, the Chicago right here. But we're talking about me right now. So, me being from New Orleans, I wasn't in New Orleans when Katrina happened, but when it did, of course, it affected a lot of my family members. And a lot of people, I illustrated this. A lot of people, I believe God made that move possible when the storm came and hit. A lot of people beforehand thought they would never leave New Orleans. It was the best place in the world to live, best place in the world to raise a family. And I think that God touched some people's lives to show them when they were displaced that they're. I want my plan for you in your life is something totally different you think it's going to be. And I think that a lot of times people got put in places that were just as crazy as like Tennessee. Some people were in Montana and states like Illinois and California. They discovered a better life for themselves than they thought that they were going to have by just staying in New Orleans. And I think that's comparable to this situation with women. They have these notions and these dreams and these fantasies about the man who's 6'5" and got like an 8 pack and got the head of a Fortune 500 company and has 6 cars and stuff like that and it has everything together. And that's not exactly the man that God has for you because all of us can't be that. I mean, she doesn't bring those things to the table, in some cases, but she wants that and she dreams about that. I think the dream sometimes can be the reality that's knocking at your door. The guys you see every day at church or at the grocery store or in your gym or whatever. He might not be the package that you're looking for, but he might be the guy that God has for you. He is not, all the way there yet. And sometimes that reality that God is right in front of you has a dream inside of him, the dream that you can't see. And I think that's a lot of times, it goes with patience. I don't think a lot of women wait and is patient enough or even realize that that guy who is right in front of you is the dream that you've been looking for this whole time. And I think that if you wait and use discernment and intuition, I think a lot of times you can kind of weed out the jerks, weed out the players, weed out other stuff, and really settle on the character of the person and kind of check some of your little preferences. Because, hey, for us men, we got to check some of our preferences at the door too. Women like to label out, oh, it's my preference. I want a guy who's taller. I want a guy who's this. I want a guy who's that. But those preferences sometimes, even though you label them as preferences, they're kind of unrealistic. Let's be honest with each other. You know, I ain't gonna date somebody who's like 4'10", but she's 4'10", with short self. So, I gotta have to deal with that. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta do things like that. But in reality, all we're saying is that it's about letting the guy find you, using your discernment, using wisdom, and not using it as like a buyer's market that you're trying to buy a person or try to see if it's a product that you want to purchase. Love don't work that way. Love don't work with, like I said earlier, with careers, the gusto and things you're trying to achieve or whatever. Love just happens. And if you keep that mindset, you'll be good. One more analogy. When you get a Christmas present, Do you look at the wrapper, or do you worry about about the gift that's inside? See, with this logic that a lot of women have, you're you just looking you shopping for wrapping. You're just wrapping shopping. Oh, he's this. He got this. He got this kind of job. He got this kind of career. He's doing this. He looks this way. He's handsome. You're caught up in the wrapping. But what about the character inside? What about the kind of man he is? His relationship with God. If he has kids, the relationship with his kids, his relationship with his family. Those things you're not gonna see until you open the package. And she's opened this package and she's seen that this is the gift, the best gift she could have probably ever had. Let me stop. But yes. Oh, okay. I'll say that then. So what we're saying is, we're not saying dropping your standards. We're not saying making yourself, fit something that is really not you. We're just saying opening your range. Look at things that, shop them, kind of like I say shop. Be places that, you might not ordinarily be, and a different kind of man might approach you. And it might be something you like. Like I said, the reality may become the dream if you let it. It's like a Lauryn Hill song or something, right? You know, yeah, something like that. One of them songs like that. Yeah, it works. It works. So that's all we gotta say about that. Finally, a relationship video. Hope y'all like it. So we're gonna sign off. Anything else you want to say, Miss Micah? No, nothing else. All right. See y'all later. Bye.